Happy Tuesday. Hello, hello, hello. The title for today's live is one simple choice enough. And I don't feel like putting makeup on today, so sorry, not sorry. No makeup for me today. It's like that sometimes, It's like sometimes I want to put it on, sometimes I don't. And I think it's really important to honor yourself wherever you are. Honor your body. Hey, Snow, how are you, beautiful? Hello, hello. It's got to be late there where you are. Happy to see you. I'm live on Instagram and Facebook, so I'm going to be looking back and forth between devices. So if you see me looking around, that's why. Beautiful. Thanks for joining. So yeah, the title for today is one simple choice enough? And I wanted to talk about this because we often kind of dismiss our choices, right? And think that we need to do the big thing, and that next big thing is going to be the thing that changes it all, right? Rather than, oh, so happy to see you too. Hi, welcome, welcome, everybody who's joining. Hello. Um, we often think that we have to like make these big choices and it's going to be that next big thing that like changes it all. And it's such a lie, right? I remember reading this book years and years ago. It's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And I'm a personal growth junkie. My mom, when I was a kid, she took me to like all these workshops and seminars to see all these powerful people speak. And, we used to read a lot of books and listen to a lot of audio tapes in the car. And some of the things sunk in right away. And some of them, it took like a long time to really kind of like sink in. Like sometimes you just got to go through a life experience to really get it on a deeper level. There's always more layers and levels to it, right? So there's no such thing as ever like arriving. So that's actually one way you can kind of sort of take yourself off the hook of like needing to figure anything out or check any boxes, or even anywhere where you might be making yourself wrong for something you have or have not done up until now, right? Like, there's no such thing as arriving. It's always a continuous evolutionary process. That's just life, right? So I hope that just like remembering that helps you to relax. And also, no matter what you think you see other people doing or going through or experiencing, please don't make yourself like wrong or judge you for not being there or not having that same experience in your own life. Because here's the deal, we are all going through stuff all the time, no matter what it looks like on the outside. No matter what, someone could be happy and smiling, and you have no idea what's really going on underneath the surface for them. And, full disclosure for me, like I call myself a grit and happiness expert. Grit really just means like, um, someone who's really determined, really perseverant, who has overcome some stuff, right? I've got a lot of things I've been through in my life. And joy, like it's all of our natural states. And I remember before I went through some of the earlier abuses in my life, being a really, really happy kid. Like I was just happy all the time. And I remember exactly when that happiness got shut down and stopped when the abuse occurred, right? And it's taking me some time and, processing things, letting things go, doing energy work, reading, like, and choice. It's been choice after choice after choice after choice after choice, right? Little tiny choices. And so, as I was mentioning about Jeff Olson earlier in The Slight Edge, it's like those little seemingly insignificant choices that we make every single day, those are what add up and compound over time. So it's not about the big choice and the next big thing and the next big change. It's all the little teeny choices we make each and every day that like add up and compound over time. And that eventually creates what our reality is in the here and now based off of those choices, right? And so just know that like every little choice you make is creating not only your present, but also your future. And kind of back to me being a grit and happiness expert, I still have funky days. I do. People don't always believe it because I'm smiling so much a lot of the time. But like I do still have funky days. I just had one yesterday and I have a coach, you know, I have a coach for a reason, right? So I'm like, I'm having an off day. I just need to take some time by myself and not to deal with people because I'm a single mom and I just can't do all of this. I don't have the time or energy to like be pouring into other people and taking care of other people, right? Silly, super silly, right? And sometimes we get in those funky states. We're energetic beings. We're connected to every molecule of the universe. We're aware of everything and everyone at all times, right? So, how many people, other people's universes, was I tapped into that feel like giving up, feel like quitting, maybe don't even want to be on the planet anymore, and all of a sudden, I was just like, okay, this must be mine because it feels really real in my body and I feel really crappy. So I'm going to have a pity party today. And what if that's not wrong either? Right. I know like I used to make myself really wrong. Like I'm the oldest and I became a young mom. I was 15 when I had my daughter and I was taking care of my siblings a lot when my parents got divorced. And so I've always had to be the like strong one, and that was like a badge of honor that I wore for years and years and years. And so to me to like have an off day could like is really kind of like a weakness, or at least it used to be. Not anymore because I don't judge myself so much anymore now, but um it really was a weakness before. And I didn't give myself a whole lot of grace. I would always be understanding about other people and what other people were going through, but not me. I had to always have it together. And that is a lot of pressure to carry, a lot of pressure to carry. And no one should be carrying that pressure. So if you are that person and you have that going on in your life, or you have ever had that going on in your life, like please let it go, right? You don't have to have it all together. You're not responsible for taking care of other people. And it's okay to take care of you. And it's okay when you're having a crappy day to do what I call having an adult temper tantrum and send yourself to your room and make yourself take a nap. I remember not liking being sent to go to my room and take a nap when I was a kid. Now I love my naps. I'm like, someone please send me to my room and make me go take a nap. They're awesome. Right. And, you can wake up with a different perspective when you're willing to give yourself that space and give yourself that grace and like just that choice to like have the day, be in that space, feel it out rather than stuffing it down and then letting it boil over somewhere else later. Cause that's something I used to do a lot, right? In my past, because I had to hold it all together, which eventually it's gonna come out, right? It's gotta go somewhere. And it's so freeing, right? Because then I woke up in a totally different space today. And on Tuesdays I go and I pick up these meals because my body has been like screaming at me to make some changes lately. So we're doing that. So I started going and picking up these meals on Tuesdays. And I needed to get gas, and I meant to get it right after I dropped my son off from school. And for whatever reason, I ended up, probably just that autopilot subconscious thing. I got right back on the highway and didn't go get gas. And so I ended up getting off on a different exit to get gas. And this really kind of ties into the whole like one simple choice thing, right? Because I went to this other gas station, got back on the highway. As I'm getting back on the highway, there is a homeless woman standing on the side, and it's like kind of rush hour traffic time. So there's, the traffic lights, if you've ever seen those when you're getting on the freeway on ramp, there's like a couple of rows and then there's a light and it tells everybody when to go, like the next cars to go to be able to actually get on the highway because it helps kind of keep the traffic from getting too backed up on the highway. So I'm waiting my turn and I pull up and I wish I had taken a picture of her sign. It's like one of those really cool ones that sometimes maybe you've seen on like a TikTok or a reel or YouTube or something like that, where it's the essence of like, today is a really great day to have a great day and be kind. And it was just like this super positive message. And it just kind of like made me smile and light up inside. And so I roll my window down and I honk and, I hand her $5, not a ton of money, right? But it's cash that I had in my wallet. And I hand it to her and she was so grateful. And she's like, ask me my name. And I've given, money to homeless people, over the years. I've never had anyone ask me my name. So she asked me my name. I tell her my name. And then she tells me her name's Ivy. So, Ivy, if you happen to ever see this live today is dedicated to you. Just her smile and her gratitude and taking the time to ask me what my name is, and tell me hers. And we didn't have a whole lot of time to have an exchange because the cars were moving. So we kind of had to keep going. But, we both told each other to have a great day. She said, God bless you. It was just this beautiful exchange. And it's like, we can choose to be happy, kind, sad, angry. We can choose to feel however we're feeling or be however we choose to be, no matter what our outside circumstances are. So, is it really the outside circumstances that matter? Is it really the outside circumstances that make the difference? Or is it our choice? Do we always have a choice, regardless of what's going on around us? And I'm going to say yes. Yesterday, I didn't choose to be happy. Yesterday, I chose to like be funky and have a pity party, but it didn't last the whole day, right? Like by the time I had to go pick my son up from school, I was definitely in a better mood because I gave myself that space to take a nap. And hi, everybody who's joining. You can go back and watch this again. I'll post it on my feed once we're done. But I was in a much better mood by then. And then we went and we drove up to the mountains because a friend of mine has this hemp food company where she makes like burgers and crumbles and breakfast sausage and all the stuff out of hemp. And she had this food pop-up thing. So we drove up there to go see her and support her. And she was so grateful. And it's like those choices can make such a huge ripple effect, not only in our own lives, but in other people's lives too. We never know. And it was no big deal. I mean, it was a 50-minute drive each way. It's not like it was like super close to my house. But like it wasn't even like a second thought to me. I'm like, yeah, she's doing this thing. I'm gonna go support her. And she was like so happy and grateful that we drove up to come and support. And it's like, what choices can you make? Even if you think they're not significant, even if you think they're not going to make a difference, that actually will. That actually can. That will actually change everything, not only in your own world, but in other people's worlds as well. And when you change things in other people's worlds, you actually also change things in your own because, again, we are all, all connected. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to invite you, if you would like to choose, to come and play with me in something that I am starting soon. So the name of my business is Permission to Thrive, and I have a membership called Permission to Thrive in All Areas of Life. And we'll be getting together starting May 19th, so like 9 days from now, getting together twice a month in like a Q&A format to really just like look at all the places in our lives where we stop ourselves, where we choose or don't choose, and where we don't give ourselves permission to thrive, and really just to have like a safe space to come and talk about anything and everything. And there's going to be lots of other bonuses and stuff in there too. But the link is in my bio for that. And if you missed the Zoom that I did, it was free on Saturday, this past Saturday, you can still get the replay. That link is in my bio as well. If you're watching me on Facebook, link is in the comments, not in the bio. Bio's on Instagram. But if you missed that, you can still get the replay. It's free. And I talked about getting unstuck when you want to give up, right? So funny that I did this Zoom and then I had the funky day that I had yesterday and I had to get present with like how I embody all of the tools that I share with other people. Part of what I do share with other people and part of what I did share on that Zoom is like giving yourself permission to be where you are, right? Your best today might not look the same as your best yesterday. Yesterday, my best was like getting up out of bed. Oops, someone just tried to call me. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb on Instagram. Sorry about that, guys. Um, but your best, like my best yesterday was like just getting dressed, getting out of bed, going picking my son up, going supporting my friend, right? So like it's gonna look different depending on the day, depending on where you are, right? But like if you don't acknowledge what is, that's how you keep yourself stuck, right? So I'm a big fan of like acknowledging what is, acknowledging what's up for you, acknowledging what's showing up in the here and now. Because like if you don't acknowledge it, you also can't change it, right? So like pretending that it's not happening doesn't work either. So lots of cool little tips in there that I shared. And we're going to be expanding upon that in a 5-day challenge that starts on Sunday, May 15th. So you're invited to come join me for that challenge as well. And if you choose to become one of the VIPs in the membership and join before Sunday, you will actually get the challenge for free. Those who are not in the membership will pay $37 for the challenge, and we'll go through different things every day. I'll go live every day in the group, private Facebook group, and we'll continue to dive deeper into like what tools you can use to help yourself to get unstuck when you want to quit, when you feel like giving up, when you're having a crappy day, all the little teeny places where you don't even realize you're judging yourself or comparing yourself to other people. And it's like being you is the gift. You're the gift, not being like anyone else, not comparing yourself to anyone else, not choosing what anyone else is choosing. You're beautiful. You're the gift, right? And so it's all designed to really empower you to really start to truly acknowledge the gift that you are and really start to embody that each and every day. All the parts and pieces of you, funky days and all. So I hope you come play. And even if you don't, I hope that you enjoyed this live today. And I will see you again next week.